Scorpios, let's see what's going on with you. This is for May 1st. Welcome to the beginning of May for all you Scorpios out there. I hope that you're doing great. This is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Venus, Horizon. Please check your chart to see if there's any connection with, what's going on in the world, okay? So I am a Scorpio with 5 placements. Thank you, everyone who has supported me on this 5.5 going into 6-year journey. So thank you so much for the celebration of having me here on YouTube. I couldn't have done it without you Scorpios, really. You just don't even know how blessed I am to have your support and to have you, okay? So, but let's look into Scorpio. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up and support me here on the channel YouTube. I am only here on YouTube at Angel Goddess Tarot. Okay? So, as you know, I am in the process of moving, and everything's just like happens in threes, right? So, I moved, and then I got to get into a hotel or extended stay kind of place, and then my dog got very sick, and so it's just been one thing after another. So I know you're probably experiencing those things as well, if I am, as a Scorpio. So I just want to tell you, Scorpios, that, thank you for all your prayers here, and also for all the things that are going on, okay, in the world. We stick together, right? All right, so let's see here, Scorpio. This is I'm doing a little bit different. This is going to be your past, present, and we're going to look in your future here, and then we're going to see what the outcome of that is going to be. So I'm going to put 2 cards in each cycle. So let's get one for your outcome. And I'm going to use a different set. Okay, you have the, take the bottom number 8 of the Hangman in reverse. Let's go back to 6 of Cups. Let's get one for the past, to clarify the past. We got the 8 of Swords, and then here is the 9. Let's clarify the present. Let's clarify the outcome. Okay, so let's see what's going on. You have 2 cards here. Alright, Scorpio, on the bottom of the deck you have the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Fool card reverse. Okay, the first I've got 3, so let's leave that over there just in case. Alright, Scorpio here, and you have the 8 of Swords, you have the 6 of Cups, and the Page of Wands in reverse. So I hope that you can see those cards there. Hope the lighting is okay. You have the 6 of Cups. Okay, so let's look at here. In your recent past, or in your past situation, Scorpio, you had this cycle with the 8 of Swords here in reverse as a struggle or a cycle of reconciliation. You kept going back, coming back, giving this person a lot of forgiveness, a lot of grace to kind of correct themselves. But it always seems like it ends in no contact. You know, it's like that was what was going on. It's like somebody that you were conversating with, you know, you would get them back, and then you would talk, and then they disappear, come back, and then it's just a vicious cycle and a struggle to get on the same page with communication, and that person may have ghosted you and not communicate with you. That was the root of the problem, okay? But in your present moment here, you have the 9 of Swords. You are still kind of bothered by the people can disappear out of your life for no reason, or it's not a good reason, you know, to never ghost someone ever. I know people do that, and because they're cowards and they don't want to admit to, you know, do it the right way, or their emotional intelligence is so low they don't even have decent human respect for other people. So this is what happened. You have the 9 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles here. And then you have the Queen of Cups. So in your present moment here, Scorpio, you have that 9 of Swords, that anxiety. You have a lot of anxiety going on right now. A lot of maybe PTSD. You might have some kind of depression, that kind of mode of energy that this person did to you. They may have trauma bonded you here and put you in that cycle of making you feel bad. And that's what you might be experiencing that right now as we speak. You have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So you feel like things are not going your way. You know, I can kind of vouch for that. But things are not going your way in the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is not just about falling in love, but it's also an energy of pulling back your energy from everyone. Okay, it just feels like, you know, You're tired of being the giver. You're tired of being the one who is always rescuing people. And in this Nine of Swords energy, it does feel like you're always the one that never gets no help. Okay, no one's there for you, and this is a lonely kind of feeling state of energy that you feel like you're doing everything on your own, and things are very difficult and struggling, and people just seem not to care when you need them the most, right? So here in the Hangman in reverse, this is something, and going into your outcome, you're going to be in some deep concentration about people, and generally speaking, you have the Queen of Swords here. So now you're in this energy of the Queen of Swords and the World card in reverse. You don't want to let people in your world no more. It's just like right now you feel that it just feels like, you know, because people have done you dirty and done you wrong and they're not there for you when you need them. It's like this part that you think about this, and this is the part that makes me feel that you become very cold. You become, not because you're a loving, deep, wonderful person, but you become cold to the outside world. You become not allowing people back into your life. You're very, very, very isolated yourself to the point that you just want to be alone, you know, and you don't trust anyone right now. You just don't. Okay, not with that Queen of Swords and the World card in reverse. So you're saying, you know, people are just terrible, and people are just, so you really keep to yourself in that regard. You just don't like people, and it's not that you're antisocial. It's just more about that you're just tired of every time you give someone the chance, every time you allow somebody to come back, you try to make things work, whether it's your kids, people, friends, family. You see that people can be, and you see through all their flaws, you know what I mean? And you still accept them, Scorpio. But the thing is, that sometimes we internalize, as a Scorpio, we internalize and we blame ourselves for trusting people that we shouldn't have, or and I don't even know if it does come down to trust, but it feels like here that you are in this energy of blocking anybody trying to come close to you ever again. And that's the part of the Scorpio coldness, I feel. You know, you're either warm, you can be warm and loving, or you can be cold and isolated. And that's where I feel like now in your future energy, you're just kind of staying away from people. You're not dealing with people. You're just sticking to yourself because you're your own best friend. And you feel like every time you allow somebody to come near you, it always ends up in a disappointing and hurtful situation. So let's see what the energy here for Scorpios. So that is kind of like in your past, present, future. But let's see what's coming on. That's your energy right now, your current energy starting off in May. But let's see what's coming. Should you be expecting to coming up in May? Okay, remember I do daily reads, and they change on the daily. I can't predict that because, you know, but I will say what we can expect, okay? And this is not for every Scorpio, but this could be for a lot of you. Show me the expectations for Scorpio in the month of May. What is Scorpio's energy? What should they know? Queen of... Okay. Okay, and this is why you're feeling isolated. Scorpio, you lost some passion here. And you're trying to reunite, or I should say unite, your passion again. Because you feel like things have not worked out in the, you know, for you. And you're trying to, it's almost like a sense of, you don't know where you belong, you know, and or a sense of not knowing where to go. It's like a lost feeling here. So as you're reflecting here, Scorpio, oops, the Hermit card, you're standing in the Hermit card in reverse. So you are staying very isolated to yourself. But your main goal right here is to ignite your life back. Because you sit here and think about, it took you a lot to get here. You know, you come as the Queen of Wands, of course you are, but you have kind of lost your pathway or your energy to see life as something that you want in the future. Like right now you're just staying, it's like you're in survival mode here. You're like, why don't things ever go to my way? Why am I getting things, why are things always going wrong for me? And my luck is terrible, you know. The Chariot here, and so that gives you that feeling, Scorpio, with the Hermit and the Chariot, that you get into this mindset that could be very overwhelming, to be honest. You feel very overwhelmed right here. Okay, so let's see. That's something that in May you're gonna have to work on. You're gonna have to work on this energy of knowing how to, you know, redirect yourself in hard moments and difficult moments. Alright, so let's see what your outcome is going to be for me. Finding your passion. You do have the Nine of Swords here. We'll put that reverse. We had that earlier. It is that Nine of Swords coming in. You're going to have to work on some hobbies here. You're going to have to work on gardening. Some of you love to garden. Some of you like to hike. But some of you, I feel like, you don't even get out of the house. You don't even go do things. And it's kind of like this part of nobody can hurt you, like I said up here in this energy. Nobody can hurt me if I don't bother people. I mean, I know you don't bother people, but nobody can hurt me if I don't give them a chance. And that's the way you're feeling. Because you feel like and Scorpios are very, you know, we struggle a lot through life, and we go through a lot of difficult, hard times, right? But when we understand the, and Scorpios, you know, I was thinking this right here with the Nine of Swords, you have to almost pull yourself out of this darkness, you know, you have to pull yourself out of this dark hole sometimes that we get, you and myself get into, and we see, it's, like I said, it's the passion, it's the light, it's the fire, it's the passion of enjoying your life again, but you don't know what to do about it. Lover's card. It does look like you're looking for a relationship, and you're not trusting yourself again about relationships and people in general. You know what you want and you know what you deserve, but you don't trust other people, and so therefore you gave up hope on this. So you feel like because people are so deceptive and lying, and you done had enough of that. So it's kind of like this feeling like you just want to be on your own. And But I get this part here because the Lover card showed up. You're still hoping, even though you're not even trying, but it's like somewhere down the line you feel, I still would love to have someone, but if I don't get it, I guess I'll be alone. But I do want to find someone. I miss the partnership. I miss connecting with someone. So is the risk worth it? Okay, because you had the Fool card in reverse earlier, and so your risk is, you know, the Fool card right here, like, do I risk it? Okay, let's see what's coming up in love. I just want to curious, but that's how you're feeling right now in your energy. You want a relationship, but you're like, I don't know if I want to risk it because I don't have hope for humanity anymore. All the narcissists and liars and the deceptive behavior. Why should I put myself out there when I know that's what's lurking in the energy and the breadcrumbing? Okay, so we'll move this up. So that's the way you're feeling. Like, do you risk it? You risk go back out there to find somebody, you know? The thing you're having to separate the Scorpios is because when you go to looking for someone, you're thinking with intentions. So say if you meet someone that you you like, and that person, it's always like you like that person and they don't like you, or they like you and you don't like them. It's kind of like never aligned in that way of when am I going to get the real love that I deserve. And sometimes we have to understand this, Scorpio, because when I see the Two of Pentacles here, it's about a choice, right? But this is the part where you're not even making a choice. This is the part where you're just understanding, like, people are crazy or people are liars, manipulators, and why should I risk that, you know, for someone who might be a fake soulmate, somebody who's a bad choice for me. So, you know what? I gave up hope on this. I guess I'm going to be alone. But part of your heart is craving that humanity side of you, that loving side of you, okay? Yeah, it's all about the risk. Do you take it or do you not, you know? So let's see here. All right, these cards, too many cards here. Let's get some good shuffling here. Show me about Scorpio and love. Spirit, angel, guides, and spirit. I mean, it's just like right now, it's just survival mode. That's the way I feel like you're in. Survival mode. No love. You won't lie. You like to have someone, but you don't want to risk it. We'll look at your finances too. Show me about love and Scorpio in the situation. Will they be meeting a soulmate? Will they be meeting the partner they're looking for? And it could be this ex last person had taught you a lot. Like, you just don't want to, your energy of this love life is kind of low. Alright, you got the Two of Wands. What about the love life for Scorpio? There's that moon card again. See, this is the problem. I'm not going to say a problem, but this is your own free will, Scorpio. You're choosing not to deal with nobody right now. You're just choosing, you're just chilling to yourself and staying in survival mode, like doing your everyday thing. But you're not definitely, you haven't seen anybody out there worth risking for. Yeah. Let me get one more on that moon card. Just people, I believe people are just full of it. And you're right. Scorpio, your spidey senses tell you that. But, you know, I think you going into relationships, don't be too serious. Don't think about, you know, this is going to be the right one for me or somebody you really like. Just going at mediocre, you know, like don't have any expectations. That way you won't get hurt, you know. Show me one more for the moon card here. Show me for the moon card. Yeah, you don't want to be bothered. You're like, I'm just over being hurt. I'm sorry, this kind of came up, something on my screen. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to be in stress. You don't want to, that's how you're feeling, Scorpio, for the month of May. I just feel like you're in that survival energy, and, you know, but there's, when you least expect it, you might meet somebody. Yeah, there's a Hierophant on the end. So let's look at your career money. Show me for career money for Scorpio. Career money. Career and money. Where's career money? Ooh, did you see that spin? Alright, 3 of Cups here, Scorpio. Career money. There's a group of people around you. The Hierophant here is going to bring you into a situation that, like I said, this might be Ace of Cups. It might be your love to yourself, but hopefully it'll be someone. The Hierophant here and the 3 of Cups. Show me about the energy for Scorpio's career and money. Oop, okay, career and money. Let's look one more time. Show me for the career money. I think you're going to be happy with that. I think the Hierophant's going to lead you into another, you got the Queen of Pentacles here. And you got the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is about changing with, you're going to be communicating with someone that's going to help you financially grow. It might be a financial advisor. You might be going into real estate, changing careers here, about growing yourself. And because you feel like this life is better. The 5 of Cups, because the 7 of Swords here is also about deceiving energy. But Scorpio, are you really trying to make a change here? Hierophant says you're not trusting yourself. You have a lot of trust issues right now, Scorpio. You're like, well, what's the use of trying? If I try, then it doesn't work out. I put in an application that doesn't work out. Oof, my cards are just flipping on there. And that's the moon card again. It's the delusion you're telling yourself, Scorpio. Whatever you tell yourself is what's going to happen. Some of you are talking like, it's almost like a melancholy. Is it melancholy kind of energy? That's what I'm feeling here. Show me for the last card for Queen of Pentacles. It's about believing yourself and trusting, or, you know, if it doesn't, don't force in anything. That's what I'm hearing. Don't force anything. Just let it come to you. But you have to try at least some things. If you try and it doesn't work, okay. Show me for the Scorpio, the moon card. That's the illusion you're telling yourself. Nothing's going to get better. Or you have the Ace of Swords. So yeah, it's about your understanding to yourself, Scorpio. And the Knight of Pentacles. Chasing. Make it a career change. I feel like this is big on about somebody. You're going to be talking to someone about career change here. Because, but it is a part of you. You're deceiving yourself about not trying. Do you want to try for a new job? Do you want to change careers? But you don't, but something in your side you says, I shouldn't do it. I just stay where I'm at. That's what I feel. It's like that melancholy feeling, that your energy of trusting yourself. And if it doesn't work, try again, But you shouldn't, sometimes things that don't work out are things that were not meant for you, whether it's love, money, or career. But, nobody, when everybody dies, nobody says, I had the best job in the world, or I had the best, you're the one who has to make the best of your life, not someone else, or regardless of what it is. You got the Two of Wands and the Temperance. So they're saying following your guidance to yourself, that you should feel better about making choices. Take your time, be patient, make good choices. That's what I hear. Check into things and see if it works out. If it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant for you. I don't care if it's a job, a relationship, friendship. If it doesn't work, it was never meant for you. It's just that the door was shut on that situation. And I think there's so many times that you have tried and the doors kept shutting, and you're like, well, when is it going to open, And that's just because part of life is the trying part. You have to put the effort. Then if it doesn't work out, it wasn't meant for you. But keep going. It doesn't mean you quit. Okay? That's a love relationship. Just because you meet the wrong person don't mean you don't try to go meet other people. There's too many people in the world, and there's too many jobs in the world. Some of you are in the wrong environment. Some of you are in the wrong state, the wrong city. But it's hard to change. I get it. Scorpio's a fixed sign. King of Pentacles. So you do have the Queen of Pentacles. And that could be the person you meet. Money and love works out for you. And within the same person.